Hello friends, good morning to one and all. Myself Professor M Metagar from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. I am working as assistant professor at Walchand Institute of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering Department. Today I am going to give the demo on digital data to digital signal encoding technique. First of all, we have to know about what is digital data and what is digital signal. Digital is not in the continuous form. Data is a set of information. Digital signal, it means data are digital, it means not in the continuous form. Signal is a continuous form. Then what are the different techniques we have to use to encode this one? Okay, digital data to digital signal encoding technique. First let us discuss about the what is digital signal encoding technique. How to encode the digital signal? First, okay, the user, we have to take the digital signal or digital data, that is G of t is a digital data or digital signals. We have to represent it in the form G of t. We have to apply encoding technique to that data. Then after encoding, it has converted from original data to other form, that is X of t, or that X of t is in the form of digital. Okay, in the receiver side, the receiver again you should have to apply some other technique, that is a decoding technique. The decoding, after applying the decoding technique, our original data is converted, our encoded data is converted into the original form. Okay, initially we have represented the data in the form of G of t, and after encoding it has been converted into the X of t, that is in the digital form. Again, after applying the decoding technique, again the user should have to get the same original data, that is G of t. Okay, this is a technique we have to use for transmitting the data from one place to the another place. Okay, one more technique we have to use, that is a modulation technique. This modulation technique also can give the same manner, like initially the user have to take the digital or analog data. We have to represent it in the form of M of t, that is a carrier frequency technique he can apply in the modulation technique. Modulation technique means he is converting our original data to some other form, that is M of t is converted into the S of t, that is in the form of analog signal, analog form. Then at the receiver side, again the user can apply the demodulation technique. What is demodulation technique? It means after applying this demodulation technique, the user can get the same original data, that is initially the data is represented in the form of M of t. At the receiver side also he can get the same data, that is M of t only. Okay, these two are the different techniques the user can use for encoding purpose. But nowadays there are so many people are using this technique in MNC company and some other company before while transmitting the any sensitive information. Okay, before sending the original data or any sensitive information from one company to the another company or from one place to the another place, the user can convert our original data into some other form, because if the user or hacker can hack this data, it means they may not get easily the original data. Okay, only user, sender and receiver can know the public key and private key or some other coding techniques to convert it data from one original form to the some other form. Okay, but that this technique can be used in any companies for while sending the any sensitive informations. Okay, encoding and decoding techniques. Encoding, it means converting from original data to some other form, and decoding, it means some other form to the original data. These two techniques can be used in this for converting purpose. And first let us see what is digital data and what is digital signal. Digital signal, it is not in the continuous form, that is it should be in the discrete form or discontinuous form, voltage pulses. Okay, the voltage pulses are there in the discrete or discontinuous form. Each pulses is a signal element. Binary data encoded into the signal elements. Okay, that signal can be represented in zeros and ones. Here we have taken one diagram, that is 5 voltage pulses and plus 5 voltage pulses and minus 5 voltage pulses. Here the data is converted into or represented in the form of zeros and ones. Okay, next one is, here we have used some terms for transmitting the data from one machine to the another machine, or from one user to the another user. First one is unipolar, polar, data rate, duration or length of the bit, then modulation rate, mark and spaces. What is first one is unipolar. Unipolar, it means single. Okay, either the voltage pulses should be there in the positive axis or it should be there in the negative axis. Okay, Bipolar, it means again the data should be present in both your positive axis as well as negative axis. Polar, it means it should be in the both positive axis, negative axis as well as in the zero axis also. Data rate, what is the rate of data for transmitting? That also your user should have to find out. Okay, what is the duration? How much time it will take for transmitting the data from starting system to the end system, or from sender to the receiver? Okay, or length of the data user should have to. The modulation rate, mark and spaces terms can also use for this purpose. Okay, interpreting the signal. What is, first we should have to know what is interpreting. Interpreting, it means disturbing to the original signals. After interpreting or disturbing, our original signals can convert from one form to the another form. Okay, whatever the original data is there, that should be converted into the some other form after disturbing. Okay, what we have to need to know in this one, it means timing of the bits. How the user can know original difference between the original data and interpreted data. First, the timing of the bits. Okay, when they start and end time. Okay, signal levels. And first, now the only 5 levels are there. The same 5 levels are there in the original receiver side, means it is not interpreted data. Okay, now initially the user should have to fix 5 minutes for transmitting the data. Within 5 minutes only the data should be reached to the destination. If it is not reached to the destination within 5 minutes, it means the user can easily know this signal is interpreted. Okay, this like this. Okay, factors affecting signal interpretation. What are the different factors are there affecting the signal interpretation? First one is signal to noise ratio, SR. Okay, signal to noise ratio, one factor is there, and data rate, bandwidth, encoding scheme. These are the 4 factors can affect the interpreting or disturbing to the signals. Okay, comparison of encoding schemes. What are the different comparisons are there? What are the different schemes are there for comparison of encoding scheme? First one is signal spectrum. Okay, second one is clocking, third one is error detection, fourth one is signal interference and noise immunity, cost and complexity. Okay, these are the 5 factors, 5 schemes are there. Okay, next, this is the encoding schemes for digital data to digital signal encoding technique. First, NRZL is there, NRZ bipolar AMI, pseudo ternary AMI, Manchester, differential Manchester. That is NRZ non-return to zero level, non-return to the inversion. Here we have to, user can take the original data that is in, it can be represented in the bit stream, that is in the form of zeros and ones. However, the user can goes to the different phases of different schemes, that is NRZL, NRZI, bipolar AMI, pseudo ternary Manchester, differential Manchester. It can be converted into the different according to that schemes. Okay, like this the user should have to convert our data from one form to the another form before sending the data from one place to the another place. Okay, here the main focus on this digital data to digital signal encoding scheme, it means in company side, in any company side, any sensitive, if the user want to send some sensitive information from one place to the another place, it means before transmitting the user should have to convert our original data to the some other form, because if some users have hacked the system, it means it is not so easy to find the original data. For that, so user should have to use this technique for converting our original data to the one form to the another form. Okay, thank you one and all, see you soon.